The pyramids of Egypt stand as monumental testaments to an ancient civilization. These colossal structures have captivated humanity for millennia, sparking endless wonder and speculation. They are far more than mere piles of stone. They are majestic symbols of ingenuity and belief. For centuries, these iconic structures have dominated the desert landscape, whispering tales of pharaohs and gods. Their sheer scale and precision continue to astound modern engineers and architects alike. But what truly drove their construction? At their core, the pyramids were primarily built as elaborate tombs. They served as the final resting places for the most powerful figures in ancient Egypt, the pharaohs. In some instances, their royal consorts also found their eternal homes within these grand edifices. The construction of these magnificent structures was not a simple undertaking. It was driven by a complex interplay of deeply held beliefs and practical necessities. Understanding these factors unlocks the true purpose behind the pyramids. Three primary forces converged to inspire their creation. These were the profound religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians, the assertion of political power, and a range of practical considerations. Each element played a crucial role in shaping these enduring marvels. Central to the very existence of the pyramids was the ancient Egyptian belief in the afterlife. This profound conviction permeated every aspect of their society, especially concerning their rulers. The journey beyond death was not an end, but a transformation. The pharaoh was not merely a king. He was considered a divine ruler, a living god on earth. His death was not seen as a cessation of existence, but rather a transition to a higher plane. This journey was paramount for the stability of the cosmos itself. The pyramid, therefore, served as a physical manifestation of this sacred journey. It was meticulously designed to facilitate the pharaoh's transformation from mortal ruler to immortal deity. Its very presence was intended to ensure his eternal existence. Within these massive stone structures lay elaborate burial chambers. These were not just rooms, but crucial spaces for the pharaoh's successful transition into the afterlife. Every detail was considered to aid this spiritual passage. These chambers were filled with an astonishing array of treasures. Gold, jewels, and precious artifacts were interred alongside the pharaoh. These were not merely displays of wealth, but vital provisions for his journey. The pharaoh's tomb also contained items he would need in the afterlife. Furniture, clothing, food, and even games were included, ensuring his comfort and continued enjoyment in the eternal realm. The Egyptians believed the afterlife mirrored earthly existence. The pyramid's distinctive shape itself held immense religious significance. Its sloping structure was not arbitrary. It was deliberately designed to point towards the heavens. This architectural choice was deeply symbolic. The ancient Egyptians believed this upward-reaching form aided the pharaoh's ascent. It was thought to provide a pathway for his soul to rise and join the sun god Ra in the celestial sky. The pyramid was a cosmic ladder. This belief underscored the pharaoh's divine connection and his role in maintaining cosmic order. His successful journey ensured the continued prosperity and stability of Egypt. The pyramid was a guarantee of eternal life and divine favor. The pyramid was also a place of eternal worship and remembrance. Offerings were made at its base, ensuring the pharaoh's spirit was nourished and honored. This continuous veneration was vital for his ongoing existence in the afterlife. The intricate hieroglyphs and texts adorning the inner walls of the pyramids further illustrate this religious purpose. These inscriptions, known as pyramid texts, were spells and incantations. They were designed to guide and protect the pharaoh on his perilous journey. These sacred texts provided instructions for navigating the underworld and identifying with various gods. They were a spiritual roadmap, ensuring the pharaoh could overcome obstacles and achieve his divine destiny. the pyramid was a library of the soul. The orientation of the pyramids was also deeply tied to astronomical and religious beliefs. They were precisely aligned with cardinal points and celestial bodies. This alignment reflected the Egyptians' sophisticated understanding of the cosmos and its connection to the divine. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, is remarkably aligned with true north. This precision was not accidental. It was a deliberate act to connect the pharaoh's eternal resting place with the unchanging order of the universe. It was a cosmic anchor. The very act of building such a monumental structure was an act of devotion. It demonstrated the entire nation's commitment to the pharaoh's divine status and the importance of his afterlife journey. The pyramid was a collective prayer in stone. This profound religious conviction was the bedrock upon which the pyramids were built. It provided the ultimate motivation for the immense effort and resources poured into their construction. The afterlife was not a hope, but a certainty to be prepared for. Beyond their religious function, the pyramids served as incredibly powerful symbols of the pharaoh's authority. They were not just tombs. They were monumental declarations of absolute rule. Their very existence projected an image of unparalleled might. These colossal structures represented the centralized power of the Egyptian state. Only a highly organized and unified kingdom could undertake such ambitious projects. The pyramids were a testament to the pharaoh's absolute control over his domain. The immense scale of the pyramids demonstrated the pharaoh's extraordinary ability to mobilize vast resources. This included an enormous workforce, countless tons of materials, and sophisticated organizational skills. It was an unparalleled feat of logistics. The construction of a pyramid required tens of thousands of laborers, skilled craftsmen, and administrators. Their coordinated efforts under a single vision showcased the pharaoh's undisputed command. It was a display of national unity under divine leadership. The pyramids stood as a tangible testament to the pharaoh's control over the land itself. The quarries, the transportation routes, and the construction sites were all under his direct authority. He commanded the very earth. They also served as a stark reminder of the pharaoh's control over his people. The ability to direct such a massive undertaking, sustained over decades, underscored his absolute dominion. It was a visible manifestation of his power. These towering monuments projected an undeniable image of strength. They were an intimidating display of national capability, both to internal subjects and potential external adversaries. No other civilization could rival such an achievement. Furthermore, the pyramids projected an image of stability. Their enduring presence suggested an eternal and unchanging order, with the pharaoh at its unshakable center. They were anchors in a world of flux. The construction of a pyramid reinforced the pharaoh's divine right to rule. Only a god-king could command such resources and inspire such devotion. The pyramid solidified his position as the chosen one, sanctioned by the heavens. They were also a crucial means of solidifying the pharaoh's legacy. A pharaoh's reign was often judged by the monuments he left behind. The pyramid ensured his name and achievements would be remembered for eternity. Each pyramid was a personal statement, a lasting monument to a specific pharaoh's reign. It was designed to ensure that his contributions and his very existence would transcend time. The pyramid was an eternal biography. The sheer permanence of these structures was a deliberate choice. Unlike less durable monuments, the pyramids were built to withstand the ravages of time, ensuring the pharaoh's memory would endure for countless generations. They were built for forever. The construction process itself fostered a sense of national identity and purpose. Working together on such a grand project united the populace under a common goal, reinforcing loyalty to the pharaoh and the state. It was a nation-building exercise. The pyramids were not just symbols for the living. They were also meant to impress the gods. By building such magnificent structures, the pharaoh demonstrated his piety and worthiness of divine favor. They were offerings on an epic scale. In essence, the pyramids were the ultimate propaganda. They communicated the pharaoh's absolute power, his divine connection, and the stability of his rule to everyone who beheld them. They were silent, yet thunderous, declarations of authority. This political imperative was as strong as the religious one. The pharaohs understood that their legacy, their power, and the very fabric of their society depended on these monumental statements. The pyramids were the ultimate power move. Beyond the grand religious and political motivations, practical considerations played a vital role in the design and location of the pyramids. These structures were not just symbolic, they were also highly functional. They needed to serve their purpose effectively. One primary practical concern was providing a secure environment for the pharaoh's remains. The body, particularly the mummified body, was essential for the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. It needed to be protected at all costs. Equally important was safeguarding the pharaoh's vast possessions. The treasures and provisions interred with him were invaluable, both materially and spiritually. They were crucial for his eternal existence and could not be lost or stolen. The pyramids were designed to be impregnable fortresses against grave robbers. Their massive stone blocks, intricate passages, and hidden chambers were all intended to deter and confuse those who sought to plunder the royal tombs. Security was paramount. While many pyramids were eventually breached, their initial design represented the pinnacle of ancient security engineering. False passages, portcullises, and immense weight were employed to protect the inner sanctums. They were puzzles of stone. Furthermore, the pyramids provided a protected environment against the elements. The harsh desert climate, with its extreme temperatures and sandstorms, could easily degrade less robust structures. The pyramids offered unparalleled durability. Their solid construction ensured the preservation of the pharaoh's body and possessions for millennia. This physical protection was crucial for the spiritual continuity of the pharaoh. The pyramid was a climate-controlled vault. The construction of the pyramids involved incredibly sophisticated engineering. The ancient Egyptians utilized advanced architectural techniques that allowed them to move, lift, and precisely place enormous stone blocks. Their methods remain a subject of awe. This required a highly skilled workforce, including master masons, quarrymen, surveyors, and engineers. Their expertise was honed over generations, leading to increasingly complex and precise construction methods. It was a testament to human ingenuity. The entire process demanded a complex logistical system. From quarrying stone miles away to transporting it across the Nile and then lifting it into place, every step required meticulous planning and execution. It was an organizational marvel. The sheer volume of materials and the coordination of thousands of workers over decades speak to an unparalleled level of administrative capability. The Egyptians mastered project management on an epic scale. A significant practical consideration was the location of the pyramids. They were almost exclusively built on the west bank of the Nile River. This was not a random choice. It was deeply symbolic and practical. The West Bank was associated with the setting sun, which in ancient Egyptian cosmology was the realm of the dead. The sun died in the west each evening, beginning its journey through the underworld before rebirth in the east. This association emphasized their funerary purpose, placing the pharaoh's eternal home in the appropriate spiritual landscape. It was a deliberate connection to the cycle of death and rebirth. The west was the gateway to eternity. The elevated desert plateau on the west bank also offered stable ground for such massive structures. It provided a solid foundation, preventing subsidence and ensuring the longevity of the pyramids. Practical geology met spiritual belief. The proximity to the Nile was also practical for transporting materials. Heavy stone blocks could be floated on barges during the annual inundation, significantly easing the logistical burden. The river was their highway. Thus, the practicalities of construction, security, and location were meticulously integrated with the grander religious and political ambitions. Every aspect of the pyramid's creation was carefully considered and executed. The construction of the Egyptian pyramids was a truly multifaceted endeavor. It was not driven by a single motive, but by a powerful convergence of deeply held beliefs, ambitious political goals, and essential practical needs. These factors intertwined to create something truly extraordinary. These monumental structures were designed, first and foremost, to ensure the pharaoh's successful transition to the afterlife. They were spiritual machines, built to guarantee eternal existence for the divine ruler. Their purpose was cosmic. Simultaneously, the pyramids were built to project the pharaoh's immense power and authority. They were undeniable symbols of his absolute rule, his control over the land and its people, and his divine right to govern. They were political statements in stone. Finally, they were designed to provide a secure and lasting subscribe to explore more untold stories from historying resting place for the pharaoh's body and his precious possessions. They were fortresses against time and plunder, ensuring the physical integrity necessary for spiritual continuity. They were eternal vaults. Today, these monumental structures stand as an enduring testament to the ingenuity and organizational prowess of ancient Egyptian civilization. They are a marvel of engineering, a testament to human ambition, and a window into a profound belief system. The pyramids continue to inspire awe and wonder, reminding us of the incredible achievements of our ancestors. They are not just relics of the past, but living symbols of a civilization that mastered the art of building for eternity. Their legacy is truly timeless. Subscribe to explore more untold stories from history